welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. I actually had a subject that I was going to speak about, but of course, the internets. So there has been so many things that have happened in the world, from Universal Music Group disputing with TikTok, to Monique getting dragged about her son, to cell phones going down, and allegedly suspected cyber attack by a conspiracy theorist, to Eddie Griffin letting his mouth overload his arse. There are a couple of things that I'm going to talk about, but it's going to be mainly the Monique situation and a couple of thoughts about the comments that Eddie Griffin made about Shannon Sharp. So I will share a part of, I call it one of my past lives. That's something that I used to do. I know everybody have their own definition, but I feel like that if you, I would say, better yourself, then as the song would say, I moved from my old house and I moved to my new house and I moved to a new way of life. Thank God I moved out to a brand new life. So sometimes you outgrow things, and so that's the reason why I call it my past life, one of my past lives. In one of my past lives, I was a certified parent educator, and I supervised a region for a research university to combat the high rate of child abuse and neglect in that particular state that I was in. I was remaining neutral on the situation with Monique and her son because I felt like I needed more information on the situation. And I remember D.L. Hughley saying something to the effect of that Monique needed to worry about her own non-existent relationship with her own children. And at the time, I didn't understand everything, but as more information has been revealed, I guess I'm going to give an opinion as a human service practitioner and one who has worked in child abuse and neglect. Miss Monique, in the DL situation, no matter how justified you felt you were, it was not your business or your place to say anything on another child's situation and have not attended to your own. You were so adamant about how he wasn't a man and what he allowed and all these things. But see, those are his crosses to bear, not yours. And really, DL was right when he said something, because it was really totally out of line. And he said something like, treat my kids like you do yours. Don't even speak to them or whatever. And it's just so ironic to me that Monique is always like, sweet baby this and my baby's this and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, how could you have love for everybody else and not even, as far as I can see, because I can't speak, but according to the son, even have genuine love for your own children and kind of make people side-eye you. I hear some comments, some people saying, well, he's grown now. And I'm saying to those who think like that, you are idiots. And obviously you have mommy and daddy issues, because I never knew that you stopped being a parent because of an age. I've never heard of that. And I don't think that it matters the age of a person. If they express any kind of emotion, then the emotion deserves to be acknowledged. I can't say you're hurting me and you'd be like, oh, you're not hurt, or you'll be okay, or whatever. No, acknowledge what I said. So I kind of feel like with Monique, you can't school anyone about any type of treatment when you are mistreating someone yourself. For me, it was like a flowers in the attic moment. And at some point, we have to realize that some will never get it. and I think Monique's son's name is Shalom, something like that. I think he should tell Monique, F you too, and see how she like them apples. Because you want to say about people and expect for them to just lay down and take it, and you can't get some too. In my own opinion, I feel that Monique needs counseling. She needs to learn to mind her own business and to tell Daddy to speak when spoken to. Because I hear men say this, but this is just the way I think. I feel like sometimes he's getting a little bit out of pocket. You need to get back in pocket. Now, I want to talk about Eddie Griffin a little bit. I used to love to watch me some Malcolm and Eddie. And I've always thought that Eddie Griffin was like a solid man as well as a solid comedian. But I was not happy with the way he tried to clown Shannon Sharpe in his comedy show. And I'm like, if it didn't work for Mike Epps, what made Eddie Griffin think that it would work for him? What was baffling to me is that these grown 50-year-old black men that are comedians are the ones acting up. So, as a parent educator, I'm going to say the timeout is only for up to 10 minutes and is not recommended past the age of 10. So why are these 50-year-old men qualifying to go stand in the corner? Now, I heard that Eddie Griffin apologized to Shannon, and he should have, because that was so out of line. And I just don't understand how people feel like they can just say any old thing to somebody and they just supposed to lay down and take it. You're going to get the attitude back that you're giving. And if that's not what you're about, because I don't see in any way that Shannon Sharpe said anything about Eddie Griffin, and I just feel like that was just so out of line. It was like really out of line. And I feel like all of y'all are too old for that. Throughout history, people have shunned people who are different and hated on, or in other words, was jealous of others that were doing well or perceived to be doing well. So my question to leave you with this week is, if the feelings of adults don't matter, then why are these 50-plus-year-old men in comedy so in their feelings? Feelings matter, Monique, at whatever age. Even these men are acting out at this age. So, for the people who are making the comment that Monique's son is a grown man now, okay, then why would anybody else get mad or have family issues with anybody else in their family? Probably because people are not acknowledging each other's feelings. And that might be a start right there. And also, having Daddy, or whatever his name is, I can't even remember his name, to stay in his place. I'm going to leave you with that. Remember, you can catch us on all podcasting platforms, streaming live on LinkedIn, Twitch, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Also, get your indie artist music hustle merch and Blonde Intelligence services at www.blonde-intelligence.com. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.